Hi everyone, it's Kristie with AG Takes Over. I'm glad you're here. I'm so beyond excited for this unboxing. So, if you have been watching the channel for a while, you can go ahead and be thinking about which doll you know is on my wish list, but I will just give you a little backstory. In 2022, there was a doll that I was like, I would like to get this doll. She's usually not cheap. I don't think I can swing it in my 2022 doll budget, but if I get close to the end of 2023 and I still have enough money left over in my budget, I'm going to treat myself. And that was not the right strategy. If something's kind of expensive and you have a set amount of money in your budget, you maybe should do it at the beginning of the year. So I waited till the end of the year, and of course I did not have enough money in the budget. Which was fine. It was fine. It was okay because I actually had figured out like I might have a trade with another AG tuber, and I had a doll they wanted, they had a doll I wanted. I was like, it's gonna work out fine. It did not work out, which is also fine, but just for a story that's for another time in another video, it didn't work out, which is totally okay. So it was kind of like back to the drawing board, and I told my wife, I'm gonna get this doll one of two ways. I'm going to get her cheap and in TLC condition, and I'm going to be okay with it because the price will be right and I'll be willing to try to work with her. Or I'm going to decide I'm going to shell out the money and get her in really nice condition. I kind of had resigned myself to, I'm not going to find her for a steal on, just somebody selling her on Marketplace having no idea what doll they had. I got close once. But some things just have too many people looking for it. Some dolls just have too many people looking for them. So I kind of had resigned myself to that wasn't going to happen. And I knew I wasn't going to pay like top dollar because I don't need a mint condition new in box doll. I just wanted a nice one. So anyway, the trade kind of fell through, and I was chatting with another AG tuber, Kaylee from AG Star 91. If you have not checked out her channel, please do. Anyway, we were talking, chatting about her desire for a number 4. After one of my videos, she commented and we started chatting back and forth. And so I said, all right, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled. And as of filming this, I still am keeping my eyes peeled. So no luck yet, but I'm trying to find a 4 for her that works within what she's looking for and what her budget is. And she said, I know the one that you're looking for. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled. And so we talked, what's your budget? What are your deal breakers? What are your must-haves? Whatever. Literally, like the next day, she sent me a message and was like, hey, this one just got listed pretty recently. So I was like, click. It's more than I want to spend, but also it's kind of what I know is the going rate. And I was like, oh, her hair's nice. She's in good shape. Like, I would either not have to do anything or just like, buff out some shine marks or something, like your typical stuff. She was $270, no, $255. I offered $240. My wife said, you can't think on this long, right? Like, you are going to have to decide quickly. And I wouldn't lowball the person because somebody else is going to come along and snatch up the doll. And I said, I'm going to offer $240, just a little bit of a discount because I know how much the shipping and the taxes and everything is going to be. So the seller accepted, and she just arrived today. And I went downstairs for my lunch break, and I was walking on the treadmill, and my wife said, what are you doing? Go open the doll. I want to see her. And I said, go ahead and open her. I don't want to see until I record, which is not what I always do. But just every once in a while, this is the approach I take. So I haven't seen her in person yet. Grace did tell me there's a little scuff, there's a little shine mark, nothing you can't deal with. So I've been braced for that, which I kind of appreciate because I don't want to feel like, disappointed. So here's my 11. I don't want this doll because she is a sought after doll. I want her because I think she's cute. There are a couple of dolls that are really sought after that I'm like, I mean, If one fell into my lap for the right price, I'm not going to say no, but not really a doll that I am into. So, but I really think this doll is cute. And the thing that I wanted was not crazy. Like pie bangs, when they've been mistreated, they're like poof and stick out. And dealing with bangs, ugh, I just didn't want to deal with it. So she has nice hair. I'm pretty sure she'll probably need brushed and whatever, but let's just dig in. Grace put the peanuts back in. I get that she wants me to have the full experience, but she could have saved me the trouble of the peanuts. I gotta go find a bag to put all the packing peanuts in. Hold on. Lordy, that was like 5 minutes. Got the authentic unboxing experience. Whole bag full of packing peanuts. The seller came well reviewed on eBay, and so that made me feel a little safer. And we had messaged back and forth, and she said, I'm moving, so I'm downsizing my collection. Even in the pictures of the doll, you could see like the shelves with the dolls on their stands and everything. So I was like, okay, this is a collector. Good, feeling good about this. She said, I'm going to throw in some extra books. And then I read the reviews, and some other people were like, she included some extra books, which makes me wonder if she's just trying to get rid of her books. So every time she sells a doll, she throws in a couple books. But anyway, I just pulled out the books. The All About Us book. Is This Normal? Question or Girls' Questions Answered by the Editors of The Care and Keeping of You. Stand Up for Yourself and Your Friends, Dealing with Bullies and Bossiness and Finding a Better Way. And Kaya, Smoke on the Wind. So this is one of the Be Forever ones. I don't know if our Kaya books would be over there. I don't know if we have this one. We don't have like Kaya's complete collection, so we may or may not have this one. But fun. Extra books. I'm not mad about it. And by the way, I mentioned the price because I'm a big fan of transparency about pricing and what we spend on this hobby. Also, if I only ever tell you the things that I got for like, I got a CYO recently for $30 on Facebook Marketplace. Like, you also need to know that sometimes I fork over the same big bucks as everybody else. So, $240 was the price that the seller accepted. By the time shipping and taxes were added, I was sitting right at $272. My budget for the whole year this year is $800 out of pocket, but anything I sell will go back into that budget. So, and we have looked at a couple of dolls and decided we're going to part with a few more on that. That'll be a separate video, but yeah, so that's the money part of it. And she's in her box, by the way. So she is not wrapped up. So I don't see any, anything covering her face, which is kind of surprising coming from a collector, and could explain the little scuff on the nose that my wife said, happened to mention. She said she's got like a scuff mark or a shine mark or something. And if she was sent in a box but not, I don't know, she also might be like tethered. We'll see. We will see if I can get it out. So here's her box. It says JLY TX, black hair, dark skin, DBE. It doesn't say the name, the number, but maybe I'll take a picture of this because I know some of you are like very geeky about what the tags or what the tags mean and what that information really translates to. But she told me the box is damaged, and it is. That's okay. I think it's cool that she came with her box. And she's in one of the new Truly Me meat outfits because even though the seller is downsizing her collection, she must have gotten rid of, or she must have purchased one of the new dolls. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, this was so worth the wait. I'm being selfish. I just want a moment. Oh, she's gorgeous. Okay, I'll just see the back of her hair. It is soft. Yeah, it just needs brushed. It's lovely. The curl at the bottom. Some fuzz in there. Her bangs lay so nicely. Okay, I'll share her. There. Oh. She's so pretty. The lashes are not curly, like she doesn't have glam lashes, but they're nice and even. Yeah. Just a little, yeah, there, excuse me. There's a little scuff mark here. I don't know if it would have come from shipping. She was not tethered in. So I'm going to be honest, this is not the way I would have sent a rare doll in this condition, because I would want her to arrive in as good a condition as possible. So I would have had her wrapped up. Kind of surprised she wasn't, but she arrived fine. That scuff mark might have been there anyway. I couldn't tell in the picture, but it might have been there. Oh my gosh. So her name was Margot before. The previous owner told me that. Oh my God. Just a second. Gotta stare at her again. I'm so glad I waited. You know, like I said, it's 2024. I've been like actively keeping an eye out for, actively searching for this doll since 2022. And either I didn't have the money to fork over in my budget at that time, or I just wasn't finding the right ones. Like for this price right now on eBay, you can find a whole lot of them with like frizzy hair, or stains or whatever for the same exact price. So not that 240 is cheap, but if you're going to spend that, you should get a nice one, right? There's no need to get one that is TLC, but being like having that price. Yeah, it wasn't quite 2 full years, but it was, you know, coming up on 2 years that I've been actively looking for this doll and just waiting for the right one, the right situation. So, okay. So her name was Margot before. The previous owner told me, I went back and forth between Raven and Margot, and I settled on Margot. We're definitely not going to name her Margot. One, we already have a doll named Margot. I'll put a picture up here. Also, Grace named that doll Margot. I probably wouldn't have chosen the name to begin with, so I wasn't going to go for that. I was looking up names that meant friendship or kindness or thoughtfulness or something, because several people have reached out to me over the past couple of years and tried to make this happen. Like there's somebody who will tag me in Facebook like postings, and I was like, I know you're still looking for one. I think we like went after the same one once, and she got it before me. So I was like, and she was like, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry for myself, but I'm sorry for you. I'll keep looking. And so she has tagged me in things like, hey, this might be a good one. And for whatever reason, it just hasn't been the right move. So like I think about her name's Summer. I think about Summer, and I think about this other AG tuber who was going to trade with me, and that it didn't work out, but it was such a kind intent. And that Kaylee was looking out, and like my wife is always looking out. Just so many people that I know have been kind and keeping their eyes peeled and knowing that I wanted this doll. So I was trying to find a name for her that expressed that, right? I looked up which ones mean surprise, which ones mean long awaited, what names mean gift, what names mean good fortune. It just wasn't, none of them were sticking. I was like, I want to conserve Margot as part of her name, but she won't go by Margot. So I considered Margaret and like going by Maggie, or Margot but going by Maggie. Isadore was apparently like the goddess of friendship, and so I was like, maybe she could go by Izzy, but she just didn't. I would look back at her pictures while I was waiting on her to get here, and I'm like, she doesn't feel like an Izzy. She looks like somebody that I went to school with. In like middle school and high school. I don't remember if we were in the same elementary, but middle school and high school together. And we're not like friends, but we're Facebook friends. So I looked at like old pictures of her, and I'm like, did she ever have bangs? And she didn't, but sometimes she had like longer bangs, but she had like hair that flipped under like this. Their skin tone and face structure and everything is very similar. So I was like, maybe I'm gonna give her that name. So here's Latia. It's L-A, well, I'll just put it up here, L-A apostrophe T-I-A. She'll sometimes go by Latia, sometimes she'll go by Tia. I am going to keep Margot as her middle name, so Latia Margot. And then it's a made-up surname, but aren't all surnames originally made up? Waitworth is what I'm doing as her last name. Worth the wait, right? So I don't generally give names like full first, middle, last to our dolls, but a couple of them have that privilege, and she's going to be one of them. That's it. I am going to buff out this, brush her hair, get her in some different clothes. I'll probably do, just like I did with the CYO that I most recently got, like a little fashion show, put her in a few different outfits, let you comment below what ones you like more or less, whatever. Or not less, just tell me which ones you like more. Let's make it nice. Don't say the numbers, like she looks great in number 1, 4, and 6, because by the time I edit this and you're seeing it, I have completely forgotten what the numbers are. So say like the pink top, or the, you know, the girl of today, whatever outfit. Help a girl out. I don't have the memory for that. And yeah, so I'll do that afterwards. And let me know, do you have this doll? Do you want this doll? What dolls are kind of on your, not to encourage the mass, you know, the runaway consumerism, but like, is there a doll on your list that's been there for a while that you're holding out for the right thing? And like, what is it that you're holding out for? Is it just money, or is it like, I want one with this, you know, I want from this year, or I want one with eyelashes this way, or I'm looking for a head tilt. Like what is kind of your, if you have a doll that's high on your priority list, but you've been waiting for a while, talk to me about that in the comments. Or if you just want to tell me how cute she is, you can do that too. So anyway, here is Latia. I'm just going to do the slideshow next. Probably won't come back on at the end. So take care of yourselves. I hope that you're having a fantastic mental health day. If you're having a rough day, I hope that you can go grab a doll, and that might make it a little bit better. And I will see you back within the week for another video. By the way, if you're not subscribed, look at what you could be missing out on. But seriously, I would love it if you subscribe, and if you tap the notification bell, then you'll know when I do post new videos. And I'll put a playlist at the very end. I'll put a playlist on the left and a video that the algorithm has selected just for you on the right, and you can binge watch all you want while you're waiting for next week's video. All right. Take care. It's all for me, but just hang tight and you'll get to see some pictures of her.